Hi everybody, welcome back. My name is Lynn and I'm Pretty Papercrafts 67. How is everyone today? What is today? Today is Thursday. So over the Christmas break and in my spare time, as a lot of you know, I've been running back and forwards helping my sister with my mum's house and everything else. But I have been putting together some different styles of journals over the last few weeks. I've sort of decided that this year in my crafting journey, I'm going to kind of revisit projects that I have done in the past, things that I've really enjoyed, and I'm some of them are card making projects and scrapbooking projects and things like that that I have incorporated into our junk journaling world. And I really enjoyed creating this book. So this one is the Traveler's Notebook style, where you set your eyelets and you run your contents of your journal or notebook on elastics. So I put this one together a couple of weeks ago. This is ready now for the Etsy store. I just have to do some photographs and list it. But yeah, I had a lot of fun putting this one together. I've decorated the front cover with a lot of layers. I put some twigs in there and I've bound those together with some metal. I just really had a lot of fun with it. The cover, I did like a mixed media cover kind of thing where I've used a lot of texture paste and stickers and paint and stamping and things like that to make it look really old. And I've included in this one 2 signatures, and they're all just plain coffee, or not plain, these are ruled coffee stained papers, but I've kept them all very plain. I've put some of these big large journal card dividers in them. I did do a video on that a couple of weeks back. I'll link that down below. And it just goes on. And then I've got my second signature at the back, same thing, just copy stained paper with some of these big divider cards in them. And then in the center of this one, excuse me, I've made like a folio in the center where, you know, lots of little bits and pieces clip out and fold open, tucks and all that type of thing. So yeah, it's been a really, really fun project to create. And I thought I would like to do another one. So I thought we might do one together today. Obviously, we won't get the decorating done today, but decorating is very much personal choice as to how you want to decorate your traveler's notebook. But yeah, just a really, really fun project, much easier than you would think. And we will just get on and put one on together. Make one together. So what I have used is just a box, an air filter. Our car needed a new air filter, so my husband bought one, and this is really nice thick corrugated cardboard, so I thought I would keep the box. So I've just cut my piece of cardboard down, no particular method of measurement. This one's just 8 inches by 5 inches, and I've got a 2-inch spine on this one. So again, you can make traveler's notebooks in a tall and skinny. You can make them in an A5 or A6 size. It's very much dependent, and a lot of traveler's notebooks are a soft cover, but I just want this to be nice and sturdy. So I just, where the creases of the spine come into play with the covers, I've just reinforce them with washi tape. You won't see that, you'll just see a tiny edge of it, but yeah, just to avoid any cracking of the covers. So that's something that you can do. So all I'm going to do to decorate my cover at this stage is I'm just going to do some collage. So I've just pulled a heap of my Tim Holtz scrap, and I'm not going to be thinking too much about anything. I'm just going to lay some collage down. But just before I do that, I'm just going to ink along the edges of my spine here, just so that I know where the edge is, because I don't particularly want to collage over that crease there, or that, whatever you call that there, that edge. I just sort of prefer not to. Sometimes your paper can crack. So yeah, we will just get on and we will just do some simple collage. Now some of these pieces are not straight, so I'm just going to trim some down just to straighten the edges a bit, make them more square. And I'm not going to ink either each individual piece. I'm just going to lay them down. I sort of don't want to think too much. Oh, now my glue has decided not to work. Oh dear, just excuse me guys, I just got to get that pin and try and unclog this. You can never be too prepared, can you? I did this just a matter of a half an hour ago. Alright, let's see if that makes the difference. Yes, there we go. So yeah, I am using art glitter glue because the Tim Holtz paper is quite sturdy, and I just want to make sure that it's all going to stay down really nicely. So yeah, let's just get on and do some collage. I just want to kind of bring that in. Like I said, not thinking about it too much. Just going to lay some paper down. And I'm not even going to care if it's back to front and upside down. Oh, so what's everyone been up to? My husband's back to work now, so yesterday was my first day on my own, and it was funny. It was a funny sort of a day. I couldn't sort of settle. I've longed for that peace and quiet, but I just couldn't settle yesterday, so I sort of feel like I did a whole lot of nothing yesterday. But anyway, sometimes we need those days to do a whole lot of nothing. Now we've got little bits and pieces everywhere, so I'm just going to trim some of these off. And just do something like that. I want to put something underneath there first. That's not going to be long. Oh, that will. Make that a little bit shorter. I bet you that won't fit. Oh, yes, it will. Good, good. But no, I don't really have any great news for you guys. I'm just, I'm home again this week, and then next week I'm heading back up to my sister's, hopefully for the final time. Oh, not that I won't go to see my sister again, but I'm hopeful that we will get this completed now, this job. We've cleaned out my mum's house, and mum is now in the nursing home. Can't say that she's loving it, but can't say that she's hating it either. I guess we all have to go through those transitions. I know when I moved middle of last year, it took me a little while to get used to my new surroundings. But yeah, my sister and her family decided that they would buy mum and dad's house. So it's been, we did the job for my mum, and then we've turned around and done it again for my sister. So we've just got a little bit left to do, and then, yeah, it should be finished. I like that big 45. I'm going to cut that, and I'm going to put that down somewhere. Is anyone else like me where you just don't want to give away throw away any of your Tim Holtz stuff. I like that there. Yeah, I I hoard every little scrap of Tim Holtz. I'll just put that right down there in the centre, well, not the centre, but around about there. I've got this little part here to fill. Oops. I might cut some of this one down. And let's put it going. Like there. So yeah, just a bit of fun. Yeah, and this year also, I also want to not think about things so much when I'm crafting, when I'm creating. I find that I suppose I want to break the cycle of being so structured in my projects. I sort of find it difficult to just take that whole, I don't know. I found it difficult over time to be relaxed with my crafting. I've always dabbled in some sort of craft, but I've always been very regimented in how I do things. And so this year I want to be a little bit more relaxed with that and not be so like, oh, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Not be so regimented, not be so everything has to be perfect sort of thing. I am terribly critical of my own work, and yeah, I just want to relax a little bit more. So I've got a few challenges ahead of me this year that I hope I can work through. All right, so I just like something like that. So that would sort of be our front cover, and then the back. Now, obviously, I will be putting a topper onto that. So a lot of that you probably won't see once it's all finished. So the back one here we can get a little bit more elaborate with if we wanted to. Okay, so we'll just put that down. Where is that crease? Oh, it's stuck down now, so that'll do. Oh, excuse my voice this morning. Just cut a bit of that one off, I think. Where's that? No, it's got to come down a little bit more. Yep, that's pretty good. Oh, I tell you, we've had the extreme heat here in Queensland, in Brisbane. I'm not sure if it's statewide, but it's definitely been in Brisbane. So we had that to contend with, and that was terrible and horribly hot and everything else. And then we had torrential rain. Before that we had severe thunderstorms. It's some of them even I got a bit concerned. They were very close and quite savage. And then we went on to have it's a day of complete rain and flooding. So yeah, it's been all over the shop just of late. So the rain seems to have gone now. That's sort of gone away. And now we're coming back into the heat. So what's that saying? Queensland beautiful one day, perfect the next, or something? Oh, I don't know about that. It is nice. It's funny, isn't it? Well, I don't know if everyone is the same. I am. I don't mind rain. I prefer nighttime rain to daytime rain, I will admit. But yeah, I don't mind a bit of rain. But one day of it, and that's about it for me. I prefer to not have any. I know, that's not very good. But yeah, so it we got a little bit flooded in where we are. We're sort of on the outskirts of town. Even though our suburb is now building up, there's still a lot of very low-lying areas. And where we live down in Beenleigh, there's two big major rivers that run through this area. And when they both converge, because of floods and heavy rains and so forth, everything floods. So we didn't have it as badly this time as it has been in the past. But yeah, it proves to be a bit of a problem sometimes. But so we sort of got a little bit flooded in, if you will. Down the end of our street was flooded, so you couldn't go that way. Towards Beenleigh, there is a creek that runs under the main road, and that was pretty much lapping the road. You could get through, but yes, it was definitely flooding. And then down the other end towards the shopping centre, that was cut as well. So we were kind of sort of, if it had have rained a lot longer, we would have definitely been stranded. But you know, it rises. There's a bit of Christmas paper there. It rises, but it goes down pretty quickly as well. So I think everything's good now. I just want to put something in there before I close that up. What's this piece? This might be a better piece. Put that one there like that. Put that one there maybe. And that one like that. Yeah, I like that better. Alright, so slowly we're getting this. I know collage is probably boring to watch for some people, but if you're like me, I do enjoy collage. It does relax me, especially when I'm not thinking too much about what I'm doing. It takes me back to primary school, to be honest. Okay, so we'll put that one there, and we'll put this one here. Like that. All right, so that's our cover, this front and back, and now we've got the spine. Now I don't know whether to cut a 2-inch piece or to do collage. I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll just cut a 2-inch piece to go on that. I like that text, so I might just do that. So it's 2 inches, so I'm just going to cut it slightly shorter than 2 inches. So maybe 1/8 of an inch less. Maybe. We'll see what that looks like. And it's 7, what did we say? It was 7 high or 8 high. 8 high. So I'll cut that by 8. About there like that, and then that should fit in that little spot, just like that. I want it, definitely want it in between those two areas there. So yep, that fits good. So we'll put that one down. I'll just put this one down. And I just want to see where those creases are. just like that. All right, so that's our front cover. Now the inside, again, just a bit of collage. But I might actually, I want to do that again. I want to cut that again for my center spine. So just below 2 inches, 1/8 of an inch below, I'll do it, and by about 7 inches high. 8 inches, that's right. Does anyone else talk to themselves? A lot of men, I know we talk to ourselves when we're making videos. But I do tend to talk to myself a lot when I'm crafting. So I'm going to put that down first. Alright, so I'm going to lay that one down. Just make sure I'm in there, yeah. And then I'm just going to, again, just put some bigger pieces down. I don't know, there's my pencil, so I want to cut that one at about there. That one at about there. Yeah, so what else can I tell you? Not a lot really. It's just yeah, as I said, my husband's back to work now, and I'm at home this week, and then next week I'm going to head off again up to my sister's for a few days and get this job completed. And then, I don't know, after that, when I come home, there's design team projects to organise. There's all sorts of things to get organised. So I will be busy, busy, busy. It's Etsy stock. I've really got to get some stock into my Etsy store. I just haven't had the opportunity to get anything completed. I've got quite a few projects over there on my desk ready to be photographed. So that is today's job. And get some of this stock up. So I will do a flip through video of all the new stock later on, or maybe early next week, because we are later on this week already. So yeah, look out for that one. Yeah, that's all I seem to be doing at the moment, is sitting in here and doing a whole lot of nothing. Well, no, I'm not. I'm doing something every day, but yeah, it just doesn't feel like I'm kind of accomplishing much. I'm hoping that will change. And then we've just got a couple of these little bits here. I'll put that one down there. And what else have we got? And that one is floral piece. Maybe I'll put that there. Break that up a bit. I'm sorry guys if this is boring. That's a big two from. No, don't want that. I like this flower. I just really need something to go down there. Let's have a look at this one. Oh, this isn't fitting there, yes it will. That could work there. Put Put that one there. Oh, the flowers are nice too, actually. I said I wasn't going to think about it, didn't I? No, I might put the text. I like a bit of text. And I will run it that way, I think. Put that there. Oh, that's over my bit there, so I'll pull that back. Pull that back about there like that. And then we've got this tiny little spot up here. We're getting there, guys, we're getting there. That tiny little bit of text I liked. Put that about there. And then you can just keep decorating, filling in all the blanks as you go along. There's still a little spot here. I might just put something in. That won't fit very well. Oh, look at her, she's sweet. I might put her there. Oh, no, I just, silly me, that's not a spot. That's my spine. Oh well, that's okay. We can put her, maybe we could put her there instead. Oh, if you can hear my puppy, he's snoring. No. That threw me off now. What about this bit here? It's a bit of wallpaper. That could work. I'll cut a bit of that. No, don't want that. What's this? That's there again. We might put that in. Take a touch off that. A bit of that, and then something just for that other little spot. Like that. Oh, I think I've been off camera this whole time. Oh, geez, guys, I'm so sorry if I have. That one there, and then we'll put something in the middle. Now obviously I'm going to have to fix this section up here, but that's okay because this one I was doing for me anyway, so that I would have a little bit of a notebook, so that will be fine. Do as I say, not as I do. And one tiny bit more. What about that number 8? Will that fit? No, it won't. I might just cut out from... Oh, actually, what have we got here? Oh, I'll just put that there. All right, so that's our covers done. As I said, it's a personal choice how you want to do it. I just wanted to use some of the scraps that I had of my Tim Holtz, so that's why I've decided to do collage. You could cut just big strips of paper, not big strips. You could just cut your pieces of paper to suit, and yeah, lay them down in one full piece. But anyway, now we'll get on to the Traveller's Notebook side of things, where the binding. Okay, so with the Traveller's Notebook, you're binding it with eyelets and and elastic. So I'm just using black hat elastic, the really thin stuff, millinery elastic or milliner's thread or something like that it's called. And so I need to set 3 eyelets top and bottom of my spine. So I'm just checking that I have them the right way up. So what I kind of tend to do is allow myself about 1/2 inch from the top of the cover down and 1/2 inch at the bottom. And that gives me that area to set my eyelets in. So then I sort of I've got a 2-inch spine. I'm not very good at maths. I've got a 2-inch spine and I need to put 3 eyelets. So I can't work that out. 1/2 inch. Oh, that might work. 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. Let's try that. So we're going to put, and I am going to, where's my marker? There's my marker for my width. So I want to set them within this area. So I'm just going to sort of go maybe there. That's 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and 1.5 inches. I don't know if that's right or not, guys. And then I want to set my 1/2 inch. I thought I had marked that, but oh yes, there it is. There's my 1/2 inch. So I want to come down my 1/2 inch, and I just basically want to do the same thing again. I hope this works out. So 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and 1.5 inches. So that's my 3 holes where I want to set my eyelets. That could actually come up just a little bit. Just a little bit. One, no, not that one. 1, oh, it is that one. 1, 2, 3, about. Oh, and it is strictly eyeballing, and you know, things happen sometimes. It doesn't always work out. But anyway, so now I've really mucked myself up. So we're going to go into this hole here, which is not going to line up with that, is it? Or maybe it will. I don't know. We'll just do it. We'll just do it. So I'm going to punch a hole there, and then we are going to punch a hole. Now this is where it gets tricky because I need that out of there so I can see the hole or see the dot. And then I'm going to punch this hole here like that. Like that. And then this last hole here about like there, and I'll sort of want to try and keep them all in a row if I can. That seems very high to me. Like that. No, see, mucked it up. But anyway, as I said, it's just for me. But yeah, this happens sometimes. But it won't, everything will still work the same. So we'll put one there. Oh, that's annoying. One there and one there. And the last one there. All right, that's not bad. That's good. See, I shouldn't have second-guessed myself on there. All right, so now what we want to do is we just want to thread our elastics through. Well, we do not. We want to set some eyelets first. So I am just going to use silver in this one because I do have a lot of silver. So I need 6 silver eyelets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Okay. Now my crocodile is a little dodgy for setting eyelets. but that's okay because, as I said, this is just for me. So I'm just going to press that through, and I'm just going to set 3 eyelets on the top and 3 on the bottom. Like that. Now also, if you wanted to sew around your cover, oh geez, if you wanted to sew around your cover, you would probably want to do that before you set your eyelets, because you won't have enough room to get the sewing machine foot. But you could always just, which I will probably do, just sew around the frame, around the front cover, and don't worry about the spine. So there you go. That's basically your eyelet set. And this is where we thread our elastic. So to thread elastics, I want my strings to be on the inside, not the outside. So from the outside, we are going to take our elastic from the front to the back, from the back to the front, from the outside to the inside, and thread up through that one hole. And we're going to take it all the way up to the top hole like that. And I'm going to just pull a fair distance of it through. Now, I don't want that string at the back, so I'm going to take it from the top and take it over to my next eyelet and pull it through like that. Turn that around and run it straight down the middle of my spine, down to that bottom eyelet, and pull it like that. And again, we're going to repeat that same method, and just take it over to this next eyelet and pull it up like that. And then from the middle again up to this top eyelet here. And so that creates your 3 strings. But with this one here, we're going to bring it back in through this middle eyelet, back in like that, and bring that one down. And we'll just leave that one hanging for a minute. Now at the bottom, I'm just going to cut a length. I don't know how much I won't need that much. I'd rather have more than less, so I'm just going to cut that. And then this one that's left, this is where we started. I'm going to thread that back through that second one as well. So on the outside, you will have just these little loops here. I don't know if you can see that. But then on the inside, you've got your 3 strings. Now I'm going to pull this a little bit tighter than looser. And I do have a bit of problems tying knots, but your strings are going to be what's going to hold everything together. It holds your signatures in place. So I guess you want those to have a bit of tension, so that, you know, as your signature fills up, it's not going to get sloppy as such. All right, so just bear with me a minute while I try and tie this nice and tight. There we go. Okay, so that in effect, you do have 4 strings, so you could put 4 signatures in, but today I've got 1 ready-made. I'm just going to cut those off there like that. And that is simply a traveler's notebook binding. So I did do 1 signature in advance. Now, what I want to say about signatures are, when we're doing our junk journaling, when I do a junk journal, I usually take my pages and take them right up to the edge of my cover and kind of make everything sort of sit just inside my cover. But with a traveler's notebook, you need to set your signature width to sit in between your eyelets. So when you're deciding on the size of your signature, you kind of want to measure from the bottom of the top eyelet to the top of the bottom eyelet. Now it's about, the length of the book is at 8 inches, and this comes in at about 7 1/4. So I did do this one last night, and I have made it a little bit small. So this one I've created at 7. I was just kind of thinking I wanted something to show you guys, but I just kind of tried to imagine it. So I am about 1/4 inch too short, but maybe that won't matter. And so I've just used some Tim Holtz paper for a cover on my notebook, and I've just used different styles of paper, but they're all plain and they're all coffee dyed. And all I did was I've sewn them into place. I've sewn the signature into the cover just on the sewing machine. I've just sewn it straight down. And then you just take your insert and you simply just tuck it in your elastic and pull it to the middle like that, and there you have it. So with this one, I'm going to do 3 signatures in this one. But instead of doing that middle folio like I've done with this one's got that middle folio, I'll replace that with a signature, but I'll do some pockets or something on the outsides of my, on the inside, sorry, of my cover. And then I'll decorate the front. But yeah, a very, very simple method, and just something a little bit alternative to your traditional junk journal. But you can still grunge it right up to have that sort of journaly junk journal look. And then I will, again, as I've done in this one, not this size obviously, be smaller, but I'll make some of these dividers which will really fill up that space. That's not a bad space, not a bad size actually. But yeah, so I know that was a little bit long-winded with the collage, but I just wanted to show you my process. And there you go, a traveler's notebook. Really, really simple, but fun, and just something a little different. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you have found that interesting. Yeah, please enjoy your day, whatever you get up to. And I will see you all again soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.